He wasn't 147. Yeah. I said, but he's strong. And he got a mentality. He's like, Shannon, I'm going to get him. He said, Shannon, I'm going to get him. He said, watch. He said, watch. He said, it's boxing. I'm going to get hit, but he going to get hit too. And I promise you, he going to get hit more than I get hit.
He's back, but the real question is which asterisk if asterisk Spence is stepping into the ring. Because Tim Tishayo isn't just a tough opponent. He's ready to expose every single flaw after Spence's brutal layoff. This isn't just a comeback fight.
That ain't what that is. It's Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu. He's no caliber of his father. Of his daddy. So he can't even compare himself to his pops. He fighting me, he trying to get out his daddy's shadow. So we'll see come July 26th, can he get out that shadow? I mean, it's a war, man. I'm not here to just shake and hug my opponents and all that. Like, it's a war. It's what it is. I'm coming into his hometown, coming to his territory, and I'm looking to take over. So I mean, why would he want to shake my hand? He's coming to destroy me, coming to knock me off and retire me. I'm coming to beat him and show him that, he's not up to anything of my pedigree. So it's gonna be a great fight. And I know that I will become victorious come July 26th.
Shannon Sharpe just dropped the bombshell. This could be the toughest return fight of Spence's entire career. Tishayo's relentless pressure, iron toughness, and willingness to trade blows make him an absolute nightmare for anyone coming off a long break. It's a style clash designed for chaos.
That chases the toughest and baddest challenges out there. And when I got presented with Errol, who's undeniably one of the best fighters of this decade, I didn't hesitate, and I straight away accepted. I accepted not to compete, but I accepted because I knew that the victory is only on my mind. I know the challenge that is put in front of me. I'm gonna work super hard, and I'm coming for it all. And thank you again. Victory is mine.
The biggest question isn't asterisk if asterisk Errol Spence is back, but which version? Can he still fight at that non-stop championship pace that made him feared? Or is Tim Tishayo catching the big fish at the perfect, most vulnerable moment?
It was some time I had 3 years off, and I feel like it helped me mentally. It helped me physically, gave me some time to recover, and just enjoy life, enjoy the spoils of my wins, and just being with family, being with friends. If you watch my Instagram, you see me traveling, enjoying my kids, having fun. And people kept asking me, are you coming back? When are you coming back? And I told them, I know when it's ready. I know when I'm ready to come back. And I knew one day that, I'll wake up and I decide to come back. And if it didn't happen, then I wouldn't come back to boxing. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to put on a great show. I can't wait for July 26th to be fighting in Australia, to be fighting in front of his fans. I look forward to disappointing them, putting on a great show, putting on another great performance, and showing y'all why they nicknamed me.
Tim Tishayo, on the other hand, is radiating confidence. He's not just showing up. He sees weaknesses in this current version of Spence that he plans to savagely expose. He sounds convinced his relentless pressure and sharp punching will simply be too much for Errol.
Definitely not recommended, to go straight into the firing line. It would have been better to start off slowly, but, on his caliber, he feels like he doesn't need tune-ups, which is fair enough. But yeah, it's going to be fireworks from the open.
But hold up. Errol Spence himself claims he's a new asterisk man, more mature, mentally stronger, and at peace after navigating years of setbacks and pressure. He believes this rediscovered calm and focus has sharpened his training and discipline to an entirely new level.
The reigning WBA, WBC, and IBF champion, all 4 belts on the line. The winner will be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. We get it. That is not why this is an epic fight. I've seen some fights before. I've seen fights for the title and all of this other stuff.
Tim Tszyu believes
And get this, Tishayu wasn't subtle about taking a shot. He hinted that after being out of the ring for so long, Spence might want to ease back in, not jump straight into a dangerous fight like this. It was a clear taunt. Tishayu believes Spence will struggle with his pace.
Thurman, and for me, Errol Spence is sort of in that generation, and that's what I want to do and expect to do against him coming to this next generation of fighters. So, yeah, that's.
Stephen A. Smith absolutely nails it. This is one of boxing's most intriguing matchups precisely because nobody knows what version of Spence we're about to see. It's a total wild card, a high-stakes gamble with careers on the line.
Say, this is the best fight for me right now.
Definitely. I feel like the styles mesh up very well, and you ain't gotta retract on that. You said you know what you said. Tell me is the biggest of names. You know he cool, but he's not the biggest of names. And
For main event, he's the biggest of names.
I mean he wasn't the best that I could get, but I'm not crazy, but I bought nothing. So.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at Fundora. I'm looking at top names. Like, yeah, I fight him. Like, cause I'm the type of guy I really don't believe in ring rust. If I look good in the gym for 9-10 weeks, why I can't look good in the ring in the fight? Like, what makes the difference? That's a mental thing.
Yeah.
That a lot of people like it's like guys, that's man, they good as hell. In sparring and practice and that, but when the lights turn on, they fold. And I just feel like I'm different. I feel like I look better outside. I look better in the ring and not in the gym. And I just feel like that come fight night, I'm gonna show everybody that ring rust is not a thing. It's more of a mental thing more than anything. And that's what people can't get over, and that's why they need a tune-up fight to get over that mental hump. It's not a thing.
Spence could asterisk have picked an easier path, maybe even a bigger name like Fundora. But he chose Tishayu. Was it a calculated risk to prove he's still elite, or a misstep that could derail his entire legacy? Meanwhile, look at Tishayu in camp. He's working with new coach Jeff Fenech, and the footage is insane. The hand speed, the timing, the explosive combinations, it's all designed for one thing, to pressure Spence from the opening bell and test his durability. But don't count Spence out. Training footage with Ronnie Shields shows him looking sharp, focused, and explosive. He's putting in serious work, refining his movement and combinations, leaving no stone unturned for this monumental return. And get this, Rolly Romero is already talking trash. He confidently stated he wants a fight with Spence after Tishayu is done with him, implying he expects the big fish to be a broken fighter after this brutal encounter.
Oh yeah, 158, I can't complain.
The fight's up 58.
158.
Can I get the leftovers?
Of course.
Mikey Garcia adds another layer of difficulty, fighting Tishayu in Australia. The home crowd, the travel, the energy, it all stacks against Spence. It's not just a fight, it's a hostile takeover in a foreign land.
I think it's fine for him to come back because Tim Tszyu is also not at his like prime anymore. He's been hurt. He's been knocked out. So that's actually a pretty good matchup for a return. It's also a good matchup for Tim. If he beats Errol Spence,
big name,
he gets another shot at something bigger. So that's a good matchup for both actually. But he's going to Australia, so that's a little iffy there.
No, plus when you travel that far, it takes a long time to adjust to the weather, the food, the time. Yeah,
that could be a little tricky, but matchup-wise, it's a good matchup.
But boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. is still backing Spence, believing fans are completely forgetting how dangerous the big fish can be when healthy and focused. Roy thinks Spence's pressure, body shots, and experience will eventually wear T-Shayu down.
The world's glad to see that he came back. We all want to see him make a comeback. We don't never want to see a guy go out bad and not try to come back, because that's what boxers do. I know he took a lot of things into consideration. He even told me when he spoke to a few people about it, and that was a good thing. But I'm glad he made the conscious decision to return. And I think it's a smart return, because it's also against a guy who was on the way up there, who made it to the top, but had some struggles, and now he's on the incline trying to get back up too. So it's two guys trying to get back up. I think it's a great situation. I gotta say that I love about Errol Spence is that Errol don't want no easy fights. Errol don't want to fight guys that are nobody.
He AKA somebody. No tune-up.
No,
he don't want no
tune-up. He wants challenges. You understand me? He wants challenges. And for him to challenge a person like Tim Tszyu, when Tim Tszyu has been regularly fighting for the last 3 years, he's been not doing much. That says a lot about Errol, but that tells you exactly how much fight is still left in Errol. Errol is a guy who's always coming to the party to dance. He don't have time to play no games. And you gotta love that about Errol.
He's always been that guy, even in the amateurs, and I've always had respect for Errol Spence because he's a real fighter. And Errol Spence knows himself. So the respect is always gonna be there for him, and we will unpack this fight as we get closer, because it's not until July 25th, but I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited to see him talking this talk. I would have just as much respect for him if he walked away and was able to sort of deal with them voices that we got to deal with as fighters and overcome that, to say, nah, I'm good. I've done enough. But I equally respect him for taking this chance and taking this risk, because it's a big risk. But oh boy, if he can pull it off, if he can come back and look anything close like himself, psychologically, mentally, physically, it's going to be a beautiful thing in the sport, because when Errol Spence is boxing is in a better.
Brian Norman Jr. goes even further, predicting a shocking early knockout asterisk for Errol Spence. If the former champion returns sharp, explosive, and mentally locked in, Norman says T-Shayu could be put to sleep.
We're just going to see a different version of Errol Spence. And I feel like he's going to be better than he was in the past. And what I mean by that is, first round knockout coming soon. And Tim Tszyu is going to sleep, man. The boy ain't got nothing for him. What dude from Australia? My boy, he coming to Australia just to give him the work. You feel me? But back to what I was saying, I just feel like Errol Spence, he's going to be a great fighter. He's doing the thing. I see him in camp.
So there you have it. This fight is a true coin flip, with both fighters carrying massive questions into the ring. Algerie says it's far more unpredictable than anyone realizes, and he's right.
Two guys who are very high contact fighters in terms of their styles. Tim comes right at you. He's really in front of you, like he's shown his last couple of fights. And Errol's a Terminator. He comes forward and rips with both hands. He's a combination puncher. I think he's actually going to feel better at 54, not whittling himself down to 147. So all in all, I do like this fight, because both guys have enough question marks that you really don't know exactly what's going to happen on fight night. Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence. Or Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu, depending on how you want to bill it. Probably go Errol Spence first. But it's I actually like the fight. It's a fight where I think there's a lot of question marks for both guys. And if Errol was coming in going right into a fight with like a Virgil Ortiz or someone who was streaking at 150, or like a Sebastian Fundero, for example, coming off the layoff, I would be a little more apprehensive than I am with this. Because Tim Tszyu is a guy who his life has been turned upside down. His boxing life has been turned upside down in the last couple of years. From going from a budding superstar champion looking to make a real name for himself in the States, to taking 2 really bad stoppage losses, to looking less than stellar in some of his comeback fights to a guy who's been switching training camps, losing touch with family members. There's a lot going on brewing under the surface of Tim Tszyu at this moment. And with Errol, he's just a big question mark. The guy hasn't been in the ring in almost 3 years. His last fight was a really bad loss to Errol Spence. There was questions about his health in terms of the beating he took from Crawford, but also the car accidents that he had many years ago, in which he doesn't seem like he's necessarily the same.
This isn't just about one comeback fight. It's about legacy, mental strength, and whether a long layoff can truly strip an elite fighter of his edge. So here's my question for you, drop it in the comments. Who do you think wins this absolute war, and does Spence still have what it takes? If this breakdown helped you understand what's really going on, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell because things are about to get even crazier in boxing. I'll see you in the next one.